Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. 5 questions happy people ask before Monday. Monday! How many of us look forward to it? Put your hand up. 1 person, I see you. 2 people, I see you. And the rest of us? Okay, I'm gonna back away right now. I know Monday is here. Ever heard of a miserable, happy person? Someone that frowns, even though they're doing what they love? Get off me! But you know they love what they're doing. Ever heard of a grumpy, happy person? Someone that's always complaining, moaning. I hate my job! It sucks! But then ends up going anyway, never does anything to get out of the situation. Well, that's understandable, because in becoming your greatest version, sometimes we've got to do what we've got to do. And when I talk of happiness, I'm talking about balance. I'm talking about equilibrium. Research shows that from 6 a.m. to noon is the most common time for heart attacks. In the morning, before work. Mondays especially. But before I get into the questions, let me just say, can I get a hello there? So the first question I asked myself is, if there was no money involved in what I was doing, would I still be doing it? This is an empowering question, because if we don't ask ourselves that, we might find ourselves just doing something for the check. That was me along my early journey. I would be working in a job and just waiting for the payday. I didn't care about the job, I just wanted the money at the end. But what happens when we're just always focusing on the destination? Now we lose the passion for what we're doing. We lose the process. Therefore, we are drained at the end. And right now, every day I'm asking myself, am I doing it for the love of it? And right now, yes. How long is it gonna last? I can't tell you that. But right now, it's good. The second question is, when was the last time you did something crazy? I mean, really crazy. Bonkers, where people thought you were mad or something was seriously wrong with you. For me, let me think. When I went traveling, when I came to California, when I said, I'm moving out of my comfort zone, that was crazy. Because I was stepping into a different world, a different system, a different paradigm. But it was liberating, because how many of us are truly living that life we once dreamed of? Or how many of us are just living in the same old way, the same old routine, the same walls? You know the color. The same road. The same trip every day. That was me along my journey. And after a while, it got very boring. I don't see happiness as this goal everyone should reach. We all should be expressing all kinds of emotions. Sadness, anger, happiness. But happiness, the reason why it's so powerful is because it is what can get us back into alignment with our authenticity. When you see children smiling, they're doing what they love. That's why they're so happy, healthy, full of energy. The third question, are you a consumer or creator? A lot of us, we just suck in. We just consume, we just take. That was me along my early journey. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not pointing them at you. I got 3 coming back at me. But when you're just there eating popcorn and spare ribs with ginger ale, I became very lazy. When I started to become a content creator, it does wonders. Why? Because now you are becoming more productive. You're giving out something. You're tapping into the law of exchange. Just by me sharing videos about health, I became more healthy. I started to eat better. Kale, watercress, blueberries, apples, oranges, fruit club. Just by creating, I connected with amazing people. Whenever you're just consuming all the time, if you're not careful, you may be resentful to those creating. So I learned earlier on, instead of just watching people, I didn't want to be a spectator anymore. That gets boring after a while. Life, we have to be participating in it, not just sitting on the sidelines waiting. And that's what I ask myself every single day. Am I just consuming or am I creating? Am I stepping into that radical action? Yeah. The fourth question, am I loving enough? Is the love connection oozing through your veins? Or are you closed off? Some people write to me and say, it's a cold world, man. I say, of course, put a coat on. This ain't summertime yet. But the reason why I ask myself this question before Monday is because the start of the week can bring about so much anxiety. If you have someone in your life that you can turn to, phone them right now and say, thank you so much for being here. If you don't worry, it's coming. But a lot of us, we just take people for granted. That was me along my journey. I was so consumed with even what I was doing here, that if you're not careful, the people that matter the most, you don't even have enough time for them. Because once again, you're just in your own narrow mind. Are you loving other people enough? But more so, are you loving yourself enough? That's the question I'm asking here today. Can I get another hello? There. That's better. The biggest reason I've seen along my journey why we don't love ourselves is because we're way too hard on ourselves. Way too hard on ourselves. We treat ourselves like an enemy. But where else are we going to go? You can't run away from yourself. It's not going to happen. So I've seen that by asking that question just before Monday, it puts me into a mindset just to be more focused on love instead of fear. Because a lot of us, we're just distracted all the time with our own little ongoings that we lose sight of just sharing, connecting. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the synthesis. Let me say that again. It's all about the synthesis. Yeah, that's better. And the last question is, am I taking myself too seriously, or can I relax a bit? Can I just chill out just for one moment, 1 second? Where are we all running to? Some people say, I gotta go, man. I gotta run. But where? Do you know how many accidents happen because people are in a rush? When I was about 14, I was cycling really fast, really fast, and I just skidded. And I had a massive scar on my leg, which is still there, by the way. Was it worth it? That scar is a reminder, so it is now. But at the time, it wasn't fun. But it just reminded me to slow down. Ever noticed why in our society we always encourage people to speed up? Because the more you speed up, now you are going to burn out. Now you're going to need those pharmaceuticals. You're going to need that caffeine to power this matrix. So I've seen you just have to relax, go into nature, go to the beach, sip a mango juice, and just be free before Monday. No worries here. Have a wonderful start of the week. Enjoy yourself. Have a party or something. Invite me to Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.